Hey everybody, this video is just going to be a quick follow-up on how I feel and kind of the review, like a 3-month review on the Juice Bike City Scrambler. As my subscribers well know, this thing is not stock. I did add that Untitled controller to this bike and it's working out fantastic. Top speed on a full charge is about 31 miles an hour. When the battery starts getting low, it's about 28. I'm happy with that. I mean, of course everyone likes to go faster, but honestly, 30 miles, anything over 30 miles an hour, like anything over 20 miles an hour and you're going to attract attention. If you're zipping by a cop at 40 miles an hour, expect to get pulled over. So 30 is fine. It seems to be real reliable. It doesn't eat up the battery hardly any more than the old controller did. With this new controller, I don't have pedal assist. And I was going to get pedal assist, and hook it up, because all I need is the magnet and the sensor, but I don't think I'm going to now. Because I actually like being able to downshift before coming to a stop. And if you have that on there, when you pedal to downshift and get it ready to start in a lower gear, it goes on you. So I like it better without the pedal assist on there. That's just me. The one thing I do not like about this controller is I no longer have the brake light function. With the old controller, it would actually be like a brake light. As a lot of you know, I didn't like the way it cycled through to that flashing one, then the bright one, then the dim one. So to me, it's not a big deal. The brake light isn't a huge deal. With the power gains I got and the motor acting like it should, driving and having the acceleration and top speed like an e-bike should, it's way worth. The one thing that really sucks the worst is the headlight. I am not super tech savvy. I can modify stuff and there is probably a way I could get around this. I would like for my headlight to come on with the display light, but it doesn't. In the next video that I'm going to show, I will show you what I had to do to the controller just to make the headlights work, because it wasn't able to handle this kind of power. I think the headlight circuitry inside this controller is made just to run like another switch to control the headlights, so I had to upgrade that a little bit. It's really simple, honestly, but not everybody's gonna want to do it. But really, trust me, it's very easy. So what I had to do, I've got power there all the time now, so whenever I turn this thing on, the headlight comes on. So I kind of had to jank it out a little bit and put in a toggle switch, which I'll show you right here. So here's the janky toggle switch that I had to JB weld on there. It's just a simple one wire in, one wire out. I used the negative wire. I left the positive wire intact and I just used the negative, ran it in, ran it out. Very simple. So that's what I did for headlight. And I can just reach down and flip that toggle real easy. It just doesn't look the best, it looks a bit janky, but like I said, for the power gains I got from this controller, it's well worth it. They detune those stock controllers so freaking bad, you guys, so bad. This thing has got loads of power. From a dead stop full charge, it'll pull 1700 watts. Once I get going like 30 miles an hour on the flats, it'll cut her down to 700, just to maintain 30. So I'm thinking this controller kind of has a bit of a speed limiter in it. It almost has to. Because my kid's bike, I put that 25 amp Conteg, and that one obviously doesn't have any kind of speed control in it. And with those kids on it, they are still faster than this. Those bikes will do 34 miles an hour. And that's less voltage. This is 52 volts, and their bikes are 48 volts. They got a 25 amp max controller. I got a 35 amp max controller. So, granted, they're lighter, but those things just keep pulling and pulling. They hold their full wattage like 1400 watts. 1300 watts, somewhere in there, all the way to the top. And also, this video is going to drag on way too long, guys. Another modification I did to this bike was I got I believe it's a 7-tooth Epcot. I'm not sure how to pronounce that freewheel gear in the back. It's still a 7-speed, but that top gear is a lot taller, so I can help when it's in its tallest gear and I'm doing 30 miles an hour. I can still help. I'm not just hamster wheeling. So see, you can see it right there. It's chrome. It's been working real great for me. Like I say, I only really use it to help on the hills, and I don't put a lot of torque into it because I don't want to just try and break it. Another modification I did As all you know, it's kind of been my claim to fame video. What little fame that is my battery modification, the 15.6 amp hour modification, going from a 13 amp hour to a 15.6, putting that extra row in. So I did that, and that's been working real well. I also did decide to run a thicker gauge wire from the battery all the way back to the controller, just because the wire that was there was pretty thin and I was putting in a 35 amp controller. I don't think I really needed to, but I did. Oh, also I did get this stem riser, this Wake stem riser. I don't think it was much money, certainly less than $20. I think it might have been like, gosh, I don't even know. I'll put a link to it in the description. It was definitely less than 20 bucks. I slimed the tires, threw some stickers on it. Other than that, I'm absolutely happy with this bike, you guys. I was not happy with it when it had the stock controller. So the brake light, that's a really killer mod. I wished it wouldn't cycle through every time you hit the brakes for the brake lights. Other than that, it's great, but the cycling through is retarded. Next video after this one is just gonna be showing quickly how I wired up the controller. I'll try to get some more e-bike videos going, but I just don't think I'm gonna modify this thing anymore, so I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. Riding videos can be kind of boring, so I don't know if I'm gonna do any of those or not. I like everything. Yeah, with that controller, you absolutely have to get this display to go with the controller. You can't just get the controller and expect it to work with a stock display, because that's not gonna happen. Pedal assist doesn't work with that controller either. I tried wiring it every way possible. There's only 3 wires, so I tried every possible combination very quickly. If somebody else knows how to make that work, I'd be okay with that. Not that I really even want the pedal assist, but you know, it'd be nice to know, like I could wire it up and maybe put a switch to it or something so I could turn it on and off if I wanted it. Other than that, everything seems to be holding up real good. I'm thinking I probably got around about 500 to 1,000 miles on this, and everything seems to be holding up real good. The tires are a bit soft. I can see those are going to need to be replaced by the end of the summer for sure. The only thing I need is more spots to go ride. This thing, I can get 30 miles on this thing, no problem. You know, if I was to just take it easy and putz around at 15, 20 miles an hour, I could probably do even better than that. Wide open, I don't know. It's been a while. I did test that one time a while back, and I mentioned it in one of my other videos, but I just don't remember now. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.